Today we're looking at the compound interest formula where A is the amount at the end of a certain amount of time, P is the principal or the amount that was invested or the value of an object before it appreciated, I represents the interest rate in decimal form for that compounding time, and N is the amount of compounding events that happen over the time period that you're looking at. Now let's take an example. Let's say we had this guy called Joe. He had $10,000 to invest. The bank was willing to give him 5% compounding yearly, so per annum, that's compounding interest, and he's going to put it in the bank for 4 years. Now we go ahead and we can substitute all of those values into this formula. So we put in our 10,000 for the principal. This is the money put in. We've got 1 plus. Now interest is not in 5% per annum. It's in a decimal form, so that would be 0.05. So 0.05. And N, remembering the compound events, it's compounded annually over 4 years, so that's going to be 4 events. And this will allow us to work out what amount was in the bank at the end of this time. And that amount is $12,155.06. So this is what would be found at the end of the 4 years. The interest then is the difference between the two. So interest, or how much did Joe earn on this term deposit, was how much extra does he have. So he started with 10,000, he ended with 12,155. So the extra amount that he has is the 2,155 and 6 cents. So this is a straightforward substitution into the compound interest formula in the forward direction. But what if the question is a little bit different? Alright, it's still Joe. It's still the same bank, 5% per annum, and we're still going to have it in there for 4 years. Now though, let's imagine that at the end of the 4 years, we want to have $1,500. We want that in the bank at the end. So the question really then is, how much money should we put into the bank? So what's the starting value that we should put in? Now the steps are almost the same. The first thing you got to do is substitute everything that you know into the formula. In this instance, we know that A is 1,500. We don't know P, so we'll put P. And we know that the interest rate is 0.05. That's compounding yearly, so that doesn't need to change, and it's over 4 years. So we get our calculator up. And the value is 1.2155. So 1.2155. Now we have a straightforward maths problem, and all we need to do is rearrange it. So P is going to be equal to the 1,500 divided by the 1.2155. And the answer to that is 1234.05. It's a pretty cool answer. $1,234.05 is what Joe would need to put in the bank if the bank was offering 5% per annum compounding yearly for 4 years. So if you're not into algebra and learning how to rearrange equations, then you could just remember, using this step, that P is equal to the amount divided by 1 plus I to the power n. So you could memorize a new formula for finding the principal in compound interest situations.